Bethany. My name's Julia. I'm your occupational therapist. How are you today?
Doing fine. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So from what I've heard after our evaluation, it seems like you're having some energy problems. You're pretty fatigued during the day. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. So what I have for us today to work on, it's called an energy log. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of the things you have to do during the day, and we're going to look at how you're feeling throughout the day to try to plan when you can do these activities during the points of your day where you have the most energy.
Okay.
So I want to start off by asking, what are some things that are important to you that you have to do during the day?
Okay, a few of the most important things I do every day is I have to clean the kitchen.
Okay.
And then I'll usually take the dog for at least one walk.
Okay.
And then I usually got to leave myself time to prep for dinner, or I'm going to find myself eating out again.
Okay, prep for dinner. Perfect. So how this next part works is I'm going to take you through a typical day from when you wake up and when you go to bed, and I'm just going to ask you about your energy levels. If you can think back about whether you're feeling energized, how you feel motivated to do things, or if you feel like you need to sit down and relax, okay? So what time do you usually wake up in the morning, Bethany?
I usually shoot to wake up around 8 o'clock.
8 a.m. Okay. And when you wake up, how do you feel?
I feel very fatigued when I first wake up. I don't feel like doing anything.
You don't feel like doing anything?
No.
Okay. So one suggestion I have for that is maybe when you wake up around 8 a.m., you can get yourself to the edge of the bed and just give yourself like 3, 4, 5 minutes to kind of sit there and wake your body up a little bit. Try not to roll right out of bed and get into doing what you used to do in the morning, okay? So how about between 9 and 10 o'clock? What's your energy levels like after you wake up?
I'm starting to get better around 10 o'clock because I've usually had my coffee by then, and then I'm usually pretty motivated.
Okay. So do you usually walk your dog in the morning? Do you feel like that is something that you would have the energy to do after you have your coffee?
Yeah, I think that's a good time for that.
Okay. So we're gonna put down walk your dog. Okay. And after you walk your dog, are you usually tired? Do you go for a long walk with him?
Yeah, we try to go for long walks, so I'm usually kind of tired after that.
Kind of tired after that? Okay. So it sounds like after you walk your dog, we can leave you some time to maybe sit down, read a book, watch a little bit of TV, just so your body can recuperate. So we're gonna put that from about 11 to 12.
Okay.
So you also talked about having to clean your kitchen. So now that we've scheduled some time for you to sit down and unwind after walking your dog, how do you feel between 1 and 2 o'clock? Do you feel this is a good time that you can be motivated to straighten up a little bit?
Yeah, I think after I sat down for a little bit, I would have more energy.
Okay, perfect. So we'll block off 1 to 2 as time to kind of clean and straighten up any areas of the home. Okay. And what about 3 to 4 p.m.? What typically happens for you around that time?
Around 3 to 4 is when I usually try to take a nap.
You try to take a nap? Okay.
Yeah.
How often do you nap?
Almost every day, sometimes twice a day.
Okay. So we generally try to avoid taking naps because that can kind of help. It can decrease your ability to fall asleep at night. Do you find yourself staying up later in the evenings?
Yeah, I try to fall asleep around 9 o'clock, but sometimes I'm up till 10 or even 11.
Okay. So what if we, instead of taking a nap from 3 to 4, we took some time to maybe sit down, read a book, work on some crafts? Do you think that's something you'd be able to do during that time instead of taking a nap?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. So we're taking out nap, and we're going to leave more time for you to enjoy doing some relaxing activities. You said you like to read. You said you like to do crafts.
Yeah.
Maybe you could do something seated. Okay. So we still have prepping for dinner. And you said making sure you have time to prep for dinner is important because you'll end up eating out. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. So since we took out the nap from 3 to 4, from around 4 to 5, that could be a good time for you to start to get things ready for dinner. Do you think during that time you can have enough energy to be motivated to put a healthy meal together?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. you're prepping for your meals, are you usually standing? Are you sitting?
I'm usually standing.
Okay. Maybe we can try sitting down at the kitchen table, or we can get you a little end table that you can sit and do this just so your legs aren't getting so fatigued from having to stand while prepping for your dinner. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay. So after you prep the meal, you need to leave time for it to cook and sit down and enjoy your dinner. So it sounds like you can eat from between 5 to 6:30. That's a good time. And after dinner, do you like to enjoy watching TV? Do you listen to music?
I usually just sit down and watch some TV to wind down before bed.
Okay. So that'll leave you at least 2 to 3 hours to relax before you need to get ready for bed. Do you feel that's enough time for you to get your bedtime routine together and kind of unwind
I think so.
and shower during that time? Do you have a chair or a stool maybe we can put in your shower so you can be seated, just to kind of make sure that you're not getting too fatigued, especially when you're using all that hot water?
Yeah, I don't usually use one, but I think that'd be helpful.
Okay. And you said typically, what time do you try to go to bed and what time do you fall asleep?
I try to go to bed at 9 o'clock, but sometimes I find myself up to close to 11 because I can't sleep.
Okay. So it sounds like if we took out that nap from 3 to 4, this is going to help you be more relaxed at night and not have to stay up as late. And especially leaving those 2-3 hours to unwind will really set your body into the tone of falling asleep. So I think I liked your idea of still trying to fall asleep at 9 o'clock. So we're going to aim to go to bed at 9. And of course, some nights you're going to have to, or you might not be able to fall asleep. But taking out that nap should be really helpful. Okay, so I'm going to review this schedule with you. So around 8 a.m. is when you wake up, correct?
That's correct.
We're going to leave about 5 minutes for you to sit at the edge of the bed, just kind of unwind, get your body ready until you're ready to get out of bed, have a cup of coffee. Okay. And then around 10 a.m., you're going to take your dog for a walk. Maybe some days if you find yourself a little too tired, you can shorten your walks a little bit, or maybe alternate how far you walk during the week so you're not constantly fatiguing yourself during this time. And then you're going to have time to relax after you return from your walk. You're going to, in the afternoon, you're going to clean the kitchen and any other areas of the house. We took out that nap, so you're going to do an activity such as reading, crafting, maybe listening to some music. Also, taking time to call a family member might be good during that portion of your day. And then around 5 to 6 p.m. is a good time to meal prep. And you said that you're open to sitting during this, maybe at the kitchen table, you can have a setup.
Mm-hmm.
And then while your dinner's cooking, you can relax, eat, and then you have time in the evening to get ready for bed, to shower, watch some of your programs, and kind of wind down a little bit. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Some other tips and tricks I have to help you conserve some of your energy is to not wait until you're fatigued to sit down. A lot of times we wait until our energy is really low to take a break. And sticking to this schedule and taking time during your day to sit down will really help keep your energy managed. Okay? We talked about putting a stool in the shower. It sounds like you're starting to prep some more healthy meals, which will give you energy throughout the day. And you have a lot of good activities such as reading, crafting. You said you're open to calling family and friends, just kind of keep you energized so you're not sitting around getting sleepy.
Mm-hmm.
So how does this schedule look to you? Do you think this is something that you can roughly follow throughout the day?
Yeah, I think so. This looks good.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Bethany. It's been a pleasure working with you today.
I appreciate it. Thank you.